Tonight, the final Power of Veto competition will be the deciding factor on who makes it to the jury house and who makes it to finale night. Welcome to Big Brother. Good evening, I'm Julie Chen Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother. There are only 4 house guests left in the game, and they are split up into 2 distinct pairs, Alex and Maeve versus Emma and Erin. And the pair to make it to finale night will be solely determined by the results of tonight's veto competition. Who will win the most important veto competition of the season? We'll find out soon enough. But first, the results of this next HOH competition will stamp one person's ticket to finale night.
Hey everyone, it's time for the HOH competition. Head out to the backyard and we'll get things started. Welcome to the penultimate HOH competition of the season. A lot has happened over these past 47 days, and it's time to test your knowledge. This competition is called One of These Days, and here's how it works. In each round, you will be given an event that happened over the season. You will then be given a day number. You must answer if the event happened before or after that day. If you are correct, you will earn a point. The house guest with the most points after 7 rounds will become the new head of household.
Me, I don't really want to play. Scott and Steven, please play. Me, fine, I guess, but I want to be out early. Also me, makes it to the final 4. At this point, if I just win one of these next 2 competitions, I could win the whole thing.
The correct answer is before. Juliet was nominated next to Anthony H on day 8. Everybody scored a point. The correct answer is before. Luke won his second competition on day 3. Everybody scores again. The correct answer is before. I won my second veto on day 33. Everyone scores again. We are tied with 3 points apiece. The correct answer is before. You counted teeth on day 41. Once again, everybody gets a point. The correct answer is before. Juliana was dethroned for a second time on day 19. Everybody scores again, making it 5-5-5. The correct answer is before. The 5th villain was evicted on day 24. Alex and Emma are correct, putting them in the lead. The correct answer is after. Reza competed in his 3rd HVV competition on day 22. Alex and Emma, we are moving on to a tiebreaker question. Including this competition, how many total competitions have been played over the course of the last 5 seasons? The correct answer is 193, which means, congratulations, Alex! You are the new head of household.
I don't want to express this to anyone right now, but I can barely contain my excitement. I'm in the final 3. Alex DiGiacomo, early jury member of seasons 1 and 2, is in the final 3 against 2 former winners and a runner-up. I'm so proud of myself.
So, Alex is guaranteed a spot in finale night. When we return, Alex will make his nominations, but it is the Power of Veto that will determine the outcome of this week. Stay with us. Welcome back to Big Brother. Just before the break, Alex became the new head of household, and now he must nominate 2 house guests for eviction.
Hey everyone, it's time for the nomination ceremony. This is the nomination ceremony. It is my duty as head of household to nominate 2 house guests for eviction. In my nomination block are the keys of the house guests I am nominating for eviction. I will turn 2 keys to lock in my nominations and their faces will appear on the memory wall. The first house guest I have nominated is... The next house guest I have nominated is... Erin. Heron. Like the bird. I've nominated you because your songs are so funny and I took this opportunity to see one more. Emma. Stemma. Like the plant. I've nominated you because that gif of Obama you sent was maybe the funniest thing I had seen in years, and because of it I am painfully threatened by you in this game. It was so funny. This nomination ceremony is adjourned. I didn't nominate Maeve, but that doesn't matter. If she or I don't win the veto, she's so gone. If Maeve is evicted tonight, I'm scared I won't be able to hold my own going into the final 3. All I've ever known in this game is the leftovers.
Alex has nominated Erin and Emma for eviction. But in the final 4, it all comes down to the final veto competition of the season. Who will come out on top? Stay with us. Welcome back to Big Brother. It's time for the final and most important Power of Veto competition of the season. The winner will not only secure their spot in the final 3, but will also cast the sole vote to evict this week.
House guests, welcome to the final veto competition of the season. This competition is called Constellation Prize, and here's how it works. On go, you will be shown a constellation puzzle. On the puzzle, you will see 19 clues, all of which are connected to stars. You must place the 20 faces of this season's house guests on the stars that connect to the clues that pertain to that house guest. The first person to correctly place all 20 house guests will win the final Golden Power of Veto.
I need to win this veto, no question. I know I can do it. I'm pretty good at these types of competitions. I just need to focus.
This is the competition that sent me home in Season 1 and gave me the win in Season 2. And either one of those things could happen again now.
I really want to win. I studied with Bella on the events of the season, so hopefully it pays off right now.
Obviously, I will be gunning to win this veto to keep Maeve safe, but I can't help but be relieved that this comp isn't life or death situation for me. I'm in the final 3 already.
This web is so much harder than previous seasons. There are so many places that people can go, but there is only one combination that is correct.
I keep feeling like I'm getting closer and closer, but then the last space or two don't fit. This is proving to be extremely difficult.
Thank God I'm already in the final three. This is proving to be nearly impossible.
I'm gonna break into tears in 0.2 seconds. I can't figure this out. I can't lose this game now.
Maeve, you have buzzed incorrectly, which means you have won the final golden Power of Veto!
This has to be the best day of my entire life. Final 3, baby!
Alex and Maeve meet up and celebrate once again. They did it. They have both made it to the final 3. Their next step is figuring out how to get to the final 2, and which one of Erin or Emma will be able to get them there. Maeve says that she is going to talk to each of them to gauge where they are at. And she does just that, approaching Erin and Emma individually about how they are feeling moving forward. Both give similar answers, saying that they would love to be brought to the final 3, but understand and respect her decision, and that this is a game.
I got to this point by being a politician, not on comp wins, but by talking to people about their votes. That's what a politician does. It's gotten me this far. I hope it doesn't fail me now.
I think tonight could be my final night in the house, and I'm really okay with that. Good vibes all around.
Maeve goes back to Alex with this. The two of them debate what the best decision to make is. On one hand, Erin is definitely the bigger threat to win a jury vote, as she is one of the most dominant strategic players in the game's history. On the other hand, Emma has been far more dominant in competitions and is a larger threat in stopping Alex and Maeve and getting to the final 2 together. This decision is a game-changing one, and it all comes down to what Maeve wants to do.
Alex and Maeve have both secured their spots in the final 3, and now the veto meeting and eviction will take place and will determine whether Emma or Erin will take that final spot. Let's head to the living room to get things started. House guests, it's time for the live final veto meeting of the season. Erin and Emma, you two have been nominated for eviction, but Maeve has earned the power to veto one of the nominations. Maeve, please stand, face the two nominees, and state what you will do with the veto.
I've decided not to use the power of veto.
Alright, tonight, the two nominees and the HOH will not vote, meaning that Maeve will cast the sole vote to evict. Erin, Emma, in just moments, Maeve will cast her vote to evict, but before she does, you each have one final chance to sway her vote with one brief statement. Erin, you're up first.
I don't have a super long plea. I love you all, and yeah.
Thank you, Erin. Emma, you're up.
I've had so much fun with y'all this season. Love you all.
Thank you both. It's now time for Maeve to cast her sole vote to evict. When Maeve casts her vote, the evicted house guest will have just a few moments to say their goodbyes, gather her belongings, and walk out the front door. Maeve, please stand at the head of the living room, face Erin and Emma, and make your decision.
I'm so sorry that I have to do this, I have to evict Aaron.
It's official. Erin, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Good luck to whoever wins. I love all three of you the most. Out of the 3 Final Fours I've been in, this is by far the funniest one. Good vibes all around. So excited to join my besties and jury.
Erin, take a seat. I have a few questions for you. So, in season 1, you landed in this exact same spot, making it to the final 4 with a shot to win and being cut right around the end. Does it feel different this time around?
It definitely felt different this time around being in the Final Four compared to season 1. I think there's 2 aspects to why it felt different than my previous seasons. Well, season 2 it felt different just because I was with Caitlin and such. And it was kind of like Caitlin and I to the end type John. But then for season 1, I think season 1 compared to 5, where like I got cut at the Final Four, felt completely different because of game strategy and who I was playing with. Season 1, I took a lot more risks, and as a result, I didn't have the best relationship with my bestie David. Shout out to you, David. And he was also in the Final Four with me. And I think in season 1, I felt I put more pressure on myself to get further just because I wanted to beat David. Unfortunately, I did get out of the Final Four, so I think like the Final Four season 1, I was more upset. Whereas this season, I genuinely like was happy like with any of the Final Four winning. And I think everyone played a great game. Not that David didn't play a great game, he just didn't play the game that I wanted to win the game. But I'm not trying to like say he played a bad game. He just played a very openly aggressive game, I would say. But at the same time, I betrayed people too. So it's not like it's one sided. But I just think that made a big difference because it wasn't like I had some like rival in season 4 that I was like, oh, I need to get past. It was more so, oh, I can't believe I've made it this far.
You are the first player to ever reach 100 days in this game, which is no easy thing to do, spending 100 days in that house. How does it feel knowing that?
Knowing that I was the first player to reach 100 days, I was really proud of that accomplishment. Going into this season, I wasn't sure if I was going to reach 100 days. I didn't really think I was going to. And then once it was in sight, I was extremely excited and I was very happy that I reached it. It's not like it means anything necessarily, but I just think it's cool looking back at like my day 1 of the season compared to now. And just like a lot of things are different, not all because of stuff, just because like life changes and all. But like, I just think it's cool to think that so much happened in the game in 100 days and like life in 100 days. But yeah.
You expressed on your way out of the house that you loved everyone left in the game. Who would you say you're rooting for the most to win?
For the win, I definitely would not be mad if Emma won because she was kind of who I was aligned with more so. However, Emma and I like have talked about this and stuff. Like, I'm not against seeing someone else win, just because like we've had our time to shine. Like someone else can have theirs now. So that would leave Alex and Maeve. And honestly, like it's not like either of them don't deserve it. They both played intense games. I'm probably rooting slightly more for Alex, just for the fact that I worked with him a little bit more and was betrayed by Alex. So like then I'm a loser to a winner, if that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. And also just like I played with Alex now for what, 3 seasons, and season 1 and 2, like compared to now, I feel like really hyping him up right now, but like I just feel like his growth as a player has been immense since when I was playing with him. So I'm like I just don't know Maeve as a player as much. So I probably am rooting for Alex. Maeve or Alex, both. It's not like one deserves it a lot more than the other. Um, but yeah, I'm probably rooting for Alex just because I have worked with him and I have talked to him more throughout the game and I like his development as a person in Big Brother.
Well, Aaron, in the event that you were the one evicted tonight, your former housemates taped some goodbye messages for you. Take a look.
Hey Aaron! Number one, I want to preface this by saying I loved hanging out with you this season. I mean, hanging out over text. You were one of the funniest people in our house with your music. Oh my god, so funny. So funny. I'm gonna miss you in this house. Obviously, there's only a few more days. Getting down to the wire. But I just want to explain myself really quick. I think you already know this, but obviously this was a game move, strictly to get me to the end and to win it all. That's my goal. I felt very vulnerable texting you about like saving me in the final 3. Obviously that is difficult to ask of anyone, but I felt like I had nothing to lose. I'm in it to win it, and I felt like in the end I needed to evict you because you were just a little bit more difficult to beat in these last 2 competitions than Emma, but I'll see you on the outside. Bye-bye.
Hey Erin, I'm so sorry. I mean, honestly, you made it so far. We made it so far. I can't believe that we got as far as we did. You played an awesome game. I loved our alliance. We had so much fun. Ribbit will be like my favorite name ever. And E squared, iconic. I love you so much, and I'm really proud of the game you played, and I'm really proud of you.
Aaron, our Big Brother story arc is one for the books. We went from, in season 1, me forgetting you were in the game, not knowing who you were, to season 2, learning who you were, and becoming friends. And then in season 5, I nominated you in the jury phase so many times. But you made this game so fun. You're so good at the game. You made it to Final 4. I don't think either of us expected you to make it to Final 4. But you did, and it's because you're so good. And you're also so funny. Like, all the songs, oh my god, so funny. So I honestly hope that we get to play together again. Congrats, you made it so far. Good job, and I'm gonna go try to win this now.
Well, Aaron, thank you so much for coming back to play this season. You are a Big Brother legend, coming in 4th, then 1st, then 4th again. For now, you're headed off to the jury house, where you'll be back very shortly to vote for a winner of Big Brother Heroes vs. Villains. Stay right there. So, the final 3 is set in place. Alex, Maeve, or Emma will become the winner of Big Brother. Tune in next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern to see the final 2 episodes of the season, where we'll kick it off with some behind-the-scenes footage from the past 50 days. Plus, the final 3-part Head of Household competition plays out, where the winner will determine the final 2, sending 1 more house guest to the jury house. And not long after that, the jury of 11 will vote for a champion of Season 5, Big Brother Heroes vs. Villains. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube to see other videos like our rankings of the Final 4. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok to see more details about the finale of this season, as well as seasons coming this summer. Not only that, but Season 6 of Big Brother SS starts Monday, May 31st, and you won't want to miss it. For now, let's eavesdrop on the final 3 house guests. From outside the Big Brother house, I'm Julie Chen Moonves. Good night.